Doctor Who Season 14 marked a huge turning point for the classic sci-fi television show, bringing back showrunner Russell T Davies for a completely new era of adventures and mysteries. As with the arrival of any new actor playing the Doctor, this season of Doctor Who was filled with exciting backstory and character-building moments that rendered it much slower paced than most other seasons, but there were still some gripping storylines that ran throughout. One of this season's biggest mysteries pertained to the character of Susan, who first appeared in 1963 as the Doctor's granddaughter. Susan's name was teased multiple times throughout the season, leading fans to theorize that she would return in the finale in the form of Susan Triad, a recurring face that had been appearing on the Doctor's adventures. However, this later proved to be a red herring as Triad was revealed to be an emissary of Sutekh, the god of death from the popular TV serial Pyramids of Mars. This was a great reveal that tied neatly into the show's history, and while it overshadowed the potential Susan return, it was a much safer twist. Susan's Doctor Who return wouldn't mean anything without Carol Ann Ford. The actress has expressed her interest in coming back. Carol Ann Ford as Susan Foreman talking to someone in a classroom in Doctor Who. Bringing back Susan Foreman without letting Carol Ann Ford return to the classic role would have been a huge misfire, particularly given the actress's vocal enthusiasm for returning at some point in the future. Speaking with Doctor Who TV, Ford recently admitted that she'd love to reprise the character of Susan. She announced that she'd met with Russell T Davies several times, and he'd be the man in charge of saying yes or no, so hopefully it's going to be yes, she said. Ford is the last surviving cast member from Doctor Who's first season following William Russell's death in 2024, so it would be a huge missed opportunity if she never gets to return to the show. When it was suggested that Susan could be recast, Ford joked, "They better not, I'd burn the studio down." It's clear that the actress holds this character fondly, and if Doctor Who is going to bring her back, she has to be the one to play her. Doctor Who Season 15 must include the real Susan after Season 14's fake-out. The character is long due her return. Susan's fate in Doctor Who is one of the most unfortunate of all the Doctor's companions. The Time Lord merely left her behind one day, never visiting her again following their amiable goodbye. It's something that he clearly feels guilty about, as Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor expressed in the most recent season, so it makes sense that audiences would expect her return at some point in the future. And given the show's clever fake-out, it now seems even more likely that she'll come back. Doctor Who is recognizing Susan's character for the first time in a long while, even if it's just for a fake-out like this. But the fact that she's been mentioned, and her name has been indirectly thrown back into the discussion, means that a return could be on the cards in the next season. Perhaps Ford's conversations with Davies have been more fruitful than either has been letting on.